Good evening, my fellow park enthusiast. Alright, so in the last stream, we finished making all the friends that we could, aside from the legendary Pokemon, which are all earned through playing the attractions. We're not going to bother with all of them, at least I don't think we will. Instead, just going to be going around each area, checking up on what Pokemon are there, just to make sure we haven't missed anything. Make sure I haven't missed anything through the process of logging each and every place, if that makes any sense. It doesn't make sense, so I'll explain it again in 5 minutes and we'll see if it goes better then. Anyways, I'm starting a new mission, which is to track anything that has to do with berries in the game, like the attractions and how many bonuses. Okay, I got 10 berries for doing that. Things like getting berries for completing bonuses and attractions. That's going to be different across, all the different attractions there are. And then berries for making friends with Pokemon. First time you make friends, through playing a skill game, you're going to earn more berries than you will, the second or third time onward. Now, I don't know if you still get a lot of berries for making friends with a Pokemon if, you're going from friend to best friend. So we'll have to keep track of things like that. In Lucario's case, I guess we'll get to test that here. Might end up throwing an Aura Sphere, so we gotta be careful. Alright, Thunderbolt range isn't quite good enough to help me out here. Alright, made it work out. Lucario's fast. Probably a bit more difficult than Mew is, to be honest, because Mew runs in a pretty straight line that's easy to catch. That was a lot of berries, wasn't it? Okay, now if we ask to play with you again, see if we get a lower number now. Is it going to be 10 like it was with Cyndaquil, or is it going to be something else, since it's, probably classified as a more difficult battle? Ooh. Oh! Oh! Didn't think you'd use Aura Sphere so in such quick succession. Alright, so okay, that's still a good number of berries. It's like 80, right? Granite Zone. I'm thinking, and I think it's 1. That's right, there's Absol's attraction and then Salamence's. Alright, let's try again. Maybe we can do better this time. Granite Zone. Oh, my controller died. Huh. Alright, give me a second here. Maybe we can jolt it back to life, or at least find an alternative that'll work until I have to end the stream. Alright. See in the Granite Zone. Which one can you see? That's a good question. Probably not a furnace. Which can you see? Pyramid Sound. Yeah, there is a pyramid in the Granite Zone. At first I was assuming he's talking about the scenery, like, you look over the cliffs and might be able to see one of the other zones like you can from the beach zone or the meadow zone. Anyways, which one of these is shortest? How many attractions? Okay, 20 whole berries. Alright, so right now we're just doing a bunch of things. We're doing a bunch of things right now. We're seeing if they give us berries. Look at that. Look at that. So, looks like it's probably going to take an entire, a whole nother playthrough to track all the berry interactions across all the different friends we make, since, you know, they seem to all give us different number of berries, even if they do the same skill game, even if they're in the same zone. It looks like the amounts are going to be different. So if I want to be really thorough, which I do, then I'll need to I don't know, I'll need to step my game up and embark on my next playthrough, which I'm not going to start immediately. I'll probably find something else to do in the coming days, but we'll see. Alright, let's start with the meadow zone. So I'm not going to do any more of the skill games. We'll save those for another time. For now, I just want to go back through and I want to see if there's any new Pokemon that I did not already mark previously when I went through these zones. Actually, I'm starting to... I was gonna say, I'm starting to think about some things. Okay, I think I'm going about this all wrong. Also, give me a moment. I need to also remember to note to self. Need to remember to also log things like the berries that come out of boxes. I know there's red, gold, and green. I'm pretty sure I know the amounts that they all give me. To be honest, I haven't seen a gold berry in a long time, though. I'm also curious about the odds. To be honest, I was thinking about doing a stream where I just break a bunch of crates open until I get a gold berry. But I said, wow, it's late, guys. I'm sorry. Also, I feel like maybe a bit of hydration is in order. What was I saying? I can't even remember. Anyways, I'm changing the goal of the stream here. Oh, not good. So my original plan for the stream is that I was going to go through each of the different areas and see if I'd missed any Pokemon. And the reason I was thinking about that is because there was at least one instance during this playthrough where I was, you know, surprised to find a Pokemon that I was pretty sure wasn't there earlier. I think it was Hitmonlee. But then I realized, in my absolute folly, that I probably wasn't going to find another instance of that happening. So change of plans. I'm just not going to bother. There's value in doing this, though. Get to have fun playing one of my favorite attractions. Although right now it's not like I'm doing a whole lot. As I was saying just a couple minutes ago, I was thinking about doing a stream where I just break crates and pots open and collect berries until I find a gold one, just to see how long it would take. But I'm not too good with setting up things like counters on the stream, and I feel like a stream like that would definitely be better with having a counter that the viewers can look at, you know, in the middle of the stream. It also helped me to keep count of how many boxes we'd open and things like that. So I'll maybe come back to that idea in the future. Alright. Maybe I won't do this for a whole stream. Alright, double change of plans. Let's just chill out. Let's just chill out. So the reason, I don't know why I chose the Grand Zone. It'd be better to go a different place, whatever. I was thinking that the reason that we didn't find Hitmonlee at first is because we weren't really informed of when Hitmonlee showed up in the Cavern Zone. And same with Ponyta, we weren't told when Ponyta... okay, that's not true. We were told when Ponyta went to the Lava Zone. I think. We were definitely told that Ponyta was in the Lava Zone, but I also feel like we were told the same thing before we could actually find her there. But the reason we didn't find him on lead first when we were clearing the area is basically because we had to first fight a Pokemon that was in a later area in order to unlock him, and then we weren't told that he'd shown up there. But I don't think we'd run into that issue anymore because we've already made friends with every Pokemon in the overworld that we can find. And I don't think that would happen again for a Pokemon that we're already friends with. Hitmonlee was different. You could only find him in one area. I don't know. I just don't really see it being a potential issue. But it can't hurt to go around and observe everything. Maybe get a view of the scenery. But see how you can look at the Meadow Zone from here? The big waterfall. And I don't know if behind that would be connected to the Granite Zone. I'm not really sure. Okay, I was gonna say, can we knock you into the water from here? Because there might just be an invisible wall that prevents that from happening. I don't know. Oh, I guess not. I figured maybe it was only on the shoreline you could do that, but I guess not. I guess not. Alright, well, to be honest, I'm not really sure what to do. We can still go with the plan of exploring every area. Maybe we'll find something unexpected. It really is too bad that not all of the legendary Pokemon can appear in the overworld, because I feel like Suicune would fit really well here. What do you think you'd do with Suicune? Maybe chase? That'd probably be the most likely thing, right? But it'd also be cool if they had at least one legendary, for each skill game. Could have one for hide and seek, quiz, of course battle and chase. We already have those represented with the ones, legendaries that we do have access to. Could also have, what am I thinking of? I guess delivery isn't really a skill game, but it's a pretty common way to make friends. Alright, let's see. Oh, I was gonna see something. Because in the past... Okay. I was gonna say, in the past I've tested to see if the double dash did more damage than a regular dash, and the answer was no. But when we upgrade the dash to max level, it does do more damage than the base dash, which made me think that maybe the double dash would, I don't know. I didn't know if it would also have increased damage or if it would still do the base damage and the initial dash was actually faster or more powerful. That's all I was thinking. It was nothing important, really. Oh, look at that. Big old berry. Not really same as the other berries that we're looking for, but okay. It's a good chunk of change. Yeah, we're just chilling. We're just walking around the park. Tell you what, I'm not gonna waste my own time here because I don't really have a goal anymore. I'll play for another 5 minutes. Let's do Empoleon Snow Slide or something. We'll hang up the stream in 5 minutes. We'll say it was a good stream, successful stream, and that'll be the end of that. We'll forget that this ever happened. You know, the password system for Pokepark is pretty silly. There aren't that many things you can do with the passwords, and most of them are only found in the, what's it, not a guide, the pamphlet that comes with the game, instruction manual. Anyways, you can't actually get the passwords from the game itself. You can only get one password that way after, you know, you beat the game. But then there's still not really a point because that password can also be found, you know, in the booklet. Wow, my voice is starting to get hoarse again. It was pretty bad just a week ago. Thought I'd finally started to get better, but maybe I'm just talking too much. Oh, I missed the other one because I was looking at the time away from the game. Whoopsie. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You can lose a bit of time and still get the bonus, right? Anyways, what I would do is that I would just let the legendary Pokemon show up after you unlock them in the attractions instead of having this weird convoluted password system. I mean, I guess it's not that convoluted, but it is pretty weird. I'd also get rid of the passwords for Pikachu's little toolkit. In fact, I'd just get rid of the passwords altogether. But I don't know. You could like buy Pikachu's surfboard and snowboard and balloons, maybe at like a workshop, or you know, you could get them in the meeting place, just like you would Pikachu's other upgrades. Or maybe you could craft them, you know, like you craft the things at the furnace in the lava zone. I don't know, I need more time to think of, you know, real solutions, but bottom line is, the passwords, they're not great. I would go as far as to say they're pretty not good. That'll show them. I just called them not good. Now the devs have no choice but to look at my harsh comments and revise their plans for the next Poképark game. Which may have included a password system were it not for my detailed review of the passwords just now and my thoughts on them. Alright, it's been 5 minutes. That'll be another today's stream. Alright, well, I rambled, as per usual. Hopefully there was something to enjoy there. If not, let me know. Let me know in the comments of the VOD. That way I can mend my ways and make something more enjoyable for the viewers of the future. I did lose a subscriber recently, so I must not be doing something right. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Please hydrate, take heart, and take care of yourself in the days to come.